Hello everybody and welcome back to the finale of Miss Universe 2022, the recap. I will be posting a full reaction video, but I cannot post it here on YouTube because the Miss Universe organization loves to block videos by YouTubers. Even though it doesn't cost them anything and we actually make them money, they like to pick on us. But don't worry, I have posted the reaction video on 2 different platforms linked in the pinned comment below so that you can watch the shenanigans. And this is probably going to be one of the most well-worthy watched reactions I've ever done because holy cow, where there's so many surprises, so much nerve-wrackingness. I will give you guys the highlights. I'll show you some clips from the reaction when I can throughout this recap. Here we go. The staging was fun, everything was great, we got to top 16 and we all lost our minds. And that is because we had a lot of surprises called out during the top 16. We had Haiti, we had Australia, we had Canada downs, and I was right there about to join them.
Spain!
I'm sorry, what? Now, is it super surprising? No, because every year we know that some women are carried into finals just because of sheer speaking power. Like their power just has that much punch in a judging room. It gets them on stage and we know this. But the way the Miss Universe organization did the call outs really had a lot of us stressed and freaking out. The Discord is still hitting me up, you guys. Like they are still yelling at me because I'm filming this seconds after the show came to an end. So we're still like reeling from all the emotions. Anyways, we got a lot of women we didn't anticipate, and a lot of the women we wanted to see were held to the end, which really stressed me because I've never really been too far out of step with the Miss Universe organization. I understand pageantry, I understand the organizations. So when I start feeling things going awry, it freaks me out because like I know pageantry like I know my bedroom. Like I understand pageantry. I understand Miss Universe. I understand Miss Earth. I get how these organizations work and what it takes to be a crowned pageant queen. So when these things were happening and we're getting Canada and Australia and Haiti and Laos called over Venezuela and USA, like I was freaking out because right now there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions. If you guys could see what the Discord looks like right now, it's nothing. It's just tears and panic. And it's like, my kingdom's in a state of emergency right now. Nobody has this lineup. Overwhelming amount of stress lately. Spare me, Miss Universe, please. Because I'm just like, you're really gonna make me feel like pageantry is my world. This is one world that I know inside and out. Like I know pageantry. I don't give a damn what the fan base says, okay? I know pageantry. It's been a rough week. I'm gonna be fine. Now I know the one thing a lot of people are going to want to discuss is the situation with Philippines. During the preliminary competition, I was on live on Instagram. So I was on Instagram live throughout the entire competition. I have 3 hours worth of live streams. If you sync it up with the preliminary competition, you can actually watch the show in real time with me. And Philippines in real time, I told you guys was gonna fall on my list. I said that I have seen Miss Universe Philippines, Celeste. She has done better than what I saw during prelims. And a lot of times, I heard it with Celeste, I heard it with Ribia Mateo, people will tell me that they're purposely holding back. And I issued this warning about holding back.
Philippines, you're gonna hurt yourself if you keep playing these games. Do not take the chance of not placing in finals by holding back during prelims. You're playing a very dangerous game and eventually it will backfire and you're going to be pissed about it. Stop holding back for prelims. It's going to hit you in the face and the whole country's going to cry about it. And I don't want to be the YouTuber y'all come after when it finally happens to you. So I'm warning you now, stop advising those girls to hold back.
I keep stating this in multiple live streams and multiple videos. A Miss Universe is a Miss Universe no matter what, at all times, no matter what time of day, no matter if she's been crowned yet or not. I can identify who's a good Miss Universe because she's already a Miss Universe before we give her the crown. Andrea Meza is a great example of a woman who was behaving as a Miss Universe before she was crowned. Catriona Gray is another woman who was never off her game. She looked like a Miss Universe way before she ever stepped on a Miss Universe stage. She was ready. A true Miss Universe finds no reason to really play these games because she's good no matter what. She doesn't have to devise a plan to outsmart the other competitors because she already is better than the other competitors. There is no need to outsmart them. She can outskill them. I expect competitors to give their best all the time, every day, no matter what. And when Celeste I've seen her do better. I could tell that she wasn't doing her absolute best, regardless of if it was part of a strategy or not. I did say that it was a dangerous game to play. It's a dangerous game to play to think that the other countries are going to be so bad that you can play this little I'm going to hold back game and survive. It's a little bit of hubris to think that you don't have to do your best and you can still beat the other countries at their best. Underestimating those countries is a very dangerous thing. And I said this on the latest live stream. I've seen her do better. I have seen you do better, Celeste Cortese. I have seen you do better. So I understand that this is not her best. And I'm also saying this out loud. I want more. I want your best. I don't understand why we're showing up with anything less than that. And I'm warning this country right now. You keep doing this, it's going to cost you a finals placement and you guys are going to be crying because I know how emotional you get about Miss Universe. Fair warning. The girls that are above her, they didn't hold back. Celeste did. And the other girls gave me more. I don't see Philippines in top 5 this year. I don't see it. I do not see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I love you guys. I love you guys. I have to tell you the truth. The other girls are like, I don't think they like you guys. Now, when issuing these warnings, I didn't anticipate that it would come to fruition so soon. And I know that's very heartbreaking for the country. I said it in the video, and it's a little bit weird for me to watch all these things come true, especially after taking so much vitriol from the Filipino fan base for not ranking Celeste Cortese higher. Unless someone's truly being mean to me, I don't really find a reason to do a victory lap. Like, you really have to be mean and vicious to me for me to feel petty. And right now, I don't really feel the petty need to do that or to run victory laps. What I do want this to demonstrate is that reiterating the understanding that when I give even seemingly harsh criticisms, it's nothing personal. It's a warning. If I'm placing a girl very low on my list, you should take that as a warning. If I'm not being impressed by her, it's likely that some of the judges are also not being impressed by her. It's not that I don't like the country, I don't like the girl. I've said many times, take it for what it is. It is competitive criticism and a demonstrated need for you to improve your abilities. I saw that Celeste was not on her A game. I saw that she was not doing her best, regardless of if it was on purpose or not. You do not leave space for someone else to step over you. Never. In a competition, you don't give your competitor space to breathe. And Arbany, the current Miss Universe, demonstrated that beautifully. She did not hold back. She was full throttle long before she was ever in Louisiana. Arbany never let up on the gas, and she raged all the way through to the crown. We'll get to her, but I understand the Filipino fan base is like up in arms and that they didn't place and the streak and everything. And I understand how much work everybody involved in Team Philippines puts in, how much work Celeste puts in, her coaches, like everybody. I get it. I just hope that I think the organization is really good at learning. So I'm sure they'll be fine. They'll be fine. But I want the fan base to understand this so that later on in YouTube land, in, Miss Universe predictions, in pageantry, you guys understand that no matter what I may say in the realm of criticism, use it to your benefit. If I say a girl needs to walk better or do better, she needs something, it's not just because I'm not trying to sabotage her. It's truly because I believe she's missing something and I wish that she would do better. Please, Philippines, no longer play that I'm going to hold back game. You cannot give any other country space to get by you. Don't let up on them at all. Suffocate them if you can. Don't play those games. I know that Celeste is better and more capable than what I saw. I've seen her runway challenges. She's awed me before, and I wasn't awed by Celeste. I haven't been awed by her in a while, though I know she has it in her. She should have let it out, and we didn't get that from her. So hopefully this is a learning experience and you guys will just build on it in the future. I know you guys take it very seriously, but remember, it's a competition, it's a sport. There's always next year. And Philippines isn't the only country that wanted more. Indonesia was, I got some fans that were upset with me that Indonesia didn't make my list at all, and they ended up not placing. I said this during the live stream. I'm always very honest in the concept of sports. If I don't see your skills meeting the necessary requirements to do well, I'm going to tell you the truth so that you have at least a little bit of time to try to rectify the issue before you step on stage, right? I send out signals and warning flares all the time. Same thing with Columbia. A lot of people were on me about Columbia. She was on my list, but she was at the very bottom. And that's exactly where she ended up placing. So a lot of these predictions ended up coming to fruition. And I hope that demonstrates just a learning ability for everybody involved. Like, when you see flaws, don't take it personally. Take it as an opportunity to get better. And I know a lot of you are probably very irritated about the speaking queens that did make it, but that happens every year. Every single year, there's random countries that make it, and we know it's just for the sheer ability of interview. Interview is very powerful. It's 50% of your score. So women that just ace interview, if they even just do a little bit decent in the other categories, they will make it. But by the time we get back into swimwear and evening gown during finals, they usually fall off. So it's easily known amongst the fans who's not going to make it to top 5, I think. Until she started, Venezuela! This is a woman that listens. This is a woman that listens. This is a woman that listens. Venezuela learned. Venezuela changed her performance. She changed her gown. They amped everything. And now I'm raving about Venezuela. This is the Venezuela I've always wanted. Your gown is stunning, queenly, elegant, beautiful. I would wear that gown. I want that gown. I want to know who designed that gown. Venezuela, that was a beautiful, stunning performance. Beautiful. Like, wow. When you guys do find the live stream on the other platforms, check Instagram, check Spotify. When you get your hands on the live stream, you will see that I am continuously raving about Venezuela, and I've been raving about Venezuela since I've been making favorites lists for this year's Miss Universe. Like, once I finally got updates on her and could see that she had improved, I was greatly I was just so happy. Like, truly, I was so happy because a lot of you know for the past couple years, I have just been dragging Venezuela because I know that they're capable of more. I've seen more from them, and they kind of just became stale and stagnant. They stopped developing. They stopped innovating. They stopped putting in that effort. And it was driving me nuts because I know that they're just as capable as Philippines. They're just as capable as Thailand and Vietnam. And yet they weren't keeping up. And that hurts my feelings because I want the best contenders that we can have. Amanda finally caught on. Her coaches finally caught on. Like, the whole country rallied and just reimagined what their queen could be. And I saw, like, there is such a tremendous difference in Amanda's performance. It's outstanding. She is bar none the most improved queen on the stage. She reminds me of the other queens that I've raved about from other organizations when they improve after I see their performances and I'm not impressed and I'm like, they need to do better. They go back, they do it, they come back and win. Miss Earth USA Marissa, she had done that. She went back to the drawing board. She got better. She redid everything. She went on to win one of the court crowns for Miss Earth. Like, I love to see girls develop and blossom. And honestly, I think Amanda, Miss Venezuela from Miss Universe this year, takes the cake as the most astounding improvement I've ever seen a pageant queen go through. Like, she's pure magic, like an absolute butterfly. She was just blossoming in front of me on the stage, down to the evening gown, because you guys know I've complained about Colombia and Venezuela being the trend starters, blazing the trail for the sheer nude beige, silver, gold gown trend that they refuse to relinquish. Like, Venezuela completely dropped everything that ever bothered me about that organization and their competitors, and it got them all the way to first runner-up. And I could not have been more excited and more happy for them. Venezuela, please never go back to what you were doing. You're amazing. You're great. Everything you did this round of competition was everything I ever wanted to see from this country. All my wishes have been granted. Don't stop doing whatever the heck you guys did this year. I think that was amazing. I hated, by the way, the nude beige gowns that we had during finals. Why did you all do it? Everybody did it except for the top two. And that's why they're the top two, because they listen, because they innovate, because they stand out, because they try, they push. They're not cookie cutter. They don't blend in with the back wall. Miss USA and Miss Venezuela, they were never next to you, the rest of you blending in. You blended in with each other, which is why you were in the background. That's why you were in the background fodder together while they were up front holding each other's hands, waiting to receive their crowns. That is the mark of queens. I'm beyond impressed and proud of both of those two women. I would have been happy with either one of them walking away with the crown. So beyond satisfied. What I did end up saying about Curacao ended up coming true. The only thing that would stop Curacao from, receiving a crown would be being outdone by a better spoken competitor, which is why I ended up putting USA #1. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened with Curacao. She got nervous, she got flustered, she just did not have the best answer. And that is what took her down. Yes, I know I get to take a minuscule victory lap. I get to take a little bit of a victory lap, like a couple steps of a victory lap, right? Because I ended up being the only person that predicted USA would win. So all of us link arms, we're going to do a bit of a victory lap. But I do get to point out that this is the third time that I have put United States on a leaderboard, like as #1, right? I put USA #1 for Miss Earth 1 year. I put Miss USA #1 for Miss Grand 1 year. And I've put USA #1 for Miss Universe 1 year. And all 3 times that I have put USA #1, they have come out the winner. And this is significant because you guys know of all countries I pick on, of all the countries, I pick on my country the most. I drag USA all the time because there's just been so much stuff that they've just let fall through the cracks. I mean, from evening gowns to coaching to even their own national competition. I have just been so disillusioned with USA, the national organization, so many years that you guys have watched me. You've watched me just get frustrated with my organization. So it does mean a lot when I finally come out and say they're doing something right. After all this time that I've been dragging United States organizations, when I do say they're doing something right, I'm not doing it out of sheer bias, which is what I got a lot of accusations of. And I don't think Arbany deserved that. I give women what I think they deserve, regardless of if I like them or not. I like all the girls. It's very rare that I don't like a pageant queen. It's very rare. You would have to do something really bad and heinous for me not to like you. But though I like you, I consider that a personal thing, and I keep that away from my professionalism. When it comes to evaluating anybody on the basis of skill, it could be my mother, it could be my family members, I would tell you the truth because I would never want to be the cause of a woman losing because I didn't tell her what she needed to improve upon. I would never look at my best friend in the face and tell her she looks great when her gown is dirty and stained and too big for her and she can't walk in her shoes. I would never put a friend or any woman in that position to be embarrassed or to not be able to give it their all. So when I have to give seemingly harsh criticism, understand I'm just trying to be honest for the welfare and well-being of the women. I think as a competitor, I would want to be warned before I step on stage what I should fix, because by the time I step on stage, it's too late. I'm going to lose. So if I need to fix my shoes or hair, tell me before the judges see me, please. So back to what I was saying. I took a lot of flack for seemingly being biased towards USA, but understand, at this point, everybody should know I don't operate on the basis of bias, and usually USA is not anywhere near the top of my leaderboards. But when they are, they're on the very top. And Arbany proved that for me for the third time. And third organization. I'm swimming in that just a little bit. And I'm really, really happy that she was able to do that. Overall, I think this is one of the most nerve-wracking Miss Universe competitions I've ever watched in life. I think myself and Arbany both had a lot on the line. At the end of the day, I think Arbany was the most well-rounded competitor. She had the ability to showcase a comfortable yet engaging performance and an inspiring commentary when given questions. She had it all within her grasp and maintained a calmness. She never became flustered. She never became nervous. And we could see that a lot of other women did. She kept her cool all the way to the winner's circle. And so now we're sitting with a brand new Miss Universe coming from her home country. Miss USA is now our Miss Universe. And I just kind of wanted to do a recap so that I knew you guys kind of wanted to talk about everything and see what my thoughts were. I can give you some clips from the reaction. Make sure you go find it. Hit the subscribe button before you leave so that you can come find the YouTube, channel later. But I know you guys wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to calm down and have kind of a little bit of a discussion without tears running down my face or screaming running through the house, right? So we got to have our discussion, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of the competition and what you thought of the reaction video if you've seen it, or go watch it, come back. You can let us know what you think. Let me know what you think of my antics, whatever. Whatever. I hope you guys enjoy yourself, and I hope you stick around. This has been a lot of fun. This has been such a cap or I guess a beginning of the year 2023. Yeah, 2023. We're in 2023. What a year it's going to be for Arbany, our new Miss Universe, to reign in. I'm so excited to see what she does and watch her live her life. It's gonna be great. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video, and remember, I love you and I will miss you, but you know I will be back in a future video. Bye.